Forever, chosen one, listen to me closely, for the world will try to silence the echo of your becoming. They will hand you excuses wrapped in velvet, whispering that life is unfair. Forever, that you are owed something by those who walk before you. But you must stand tall, spine unbent, and declare with the fire of your own breath, I am responsible for myself. Forever, no one is coming to rescue, no one is destined to carry your burdens, no one can walk your path. You were not made to be a passenger in your own life. Forever, you were called to be the driver, the navigator, and the map itself. You are responsible for your healing, your growth, your peace, your rise. The sooner you claim that truth, forever, the sooner the heavens will open and reveal the strength that has always been sleeping inside you. There comes a moment, chosen one, forever, when you must stop waiting for the apology that will never arrive. You must stop blaming the storm for the rain and instead learn to dance under it. Forever, you must stop pointing fingers at the pain of your past and recognize that pain was a teacher, not a warden. The people who failed you did not define you, they refined you. Forever, they were chisels in the hands of destiny, shaping you into the diamond you were always meant to become. But if you keep waiting for them to come back and fix what they broke, forever you will never discover that you already have the hands to rebuild. You are responsible for taking the shattered pieces and making art out of your ruin. Forever, the world does not owe you wholeness. You owe yourself the courage to create it. There is a holy silence that falls when a soul finally understands this truth. Forever, you will feel the weight of it before the wings of it. Responsibility is not an easy garment to wear. It is heavy at first, stitched with threads of accountability, humility, fervent endurance. It asks you to stop hiding behind excuses, to stop saying one day, to stop waiting for signs. Forever, it asks you to look in the mirror and see both the problem and the solution staring back at you. But once you wear it long enough, that garment becomes your armor. For it fits the curves of your resilience. It shields you from the poison of blame and the weakness of self-pity. Responsibility makes you strong not because it is comfortable, forever, but because it forces you to grow beyond comfort. You have spent too many nights praying for change while clinging to the habits that keep you bound. Forever, too many mornings waking with the same fear that yesterday brought. Too many moments rehearsing what hurt you instead of rewriting what can heal you. Chosen one. Forever, life is not waiting for you to be ready. Life is happening now. And you, in all your imperfections, in all your doubts, must rise and take ownership of your existence. Do not keep waiting for permission to live fully. Do not keep blaming your parents, your upbringing, your circumstances, your heartbreaks. Every soul carries a burden. Forever, every heart has been wounded. But the difference between those who rise and those who remain is simple. The chosen learn to turn their wounds into wisdom. Forever, the chosen decide that life owes them nothing, and in that decision they become unstoppable. Understand this deeply. You cannot control everything that happens to you. Forever, but you are responsible for how you respond. You are responsible for what you carry forward and what you leave behind. There will always be storms, betrayal, loss, disappointment, but you must not let the storm live in you. You must become the calm in your own chaos. You must be the steady ground when everything around you trembles. Forever, this is not denial, this is mastery. The chosen do not wait for perfect peace to walk forward. They bring peace with them wherever they go. You are responsible for your vibration. Forever, your energy, your attitude. You are responsible for the words you speak into your own life. You are responsible for the light you bring into the room. Forever, many people will tell you that life is unfair, and they are right. But fairness was never the promise, growth was. You were not born to float through easy waters. Forever, you were born to navigate storms and emerge shining. Every challenge you face is not punishment, it is preparation. Every heartbreak, every rejection, forever, every closed door is shaping your character. You cannot keep cursing what was meant to carve you into greatness. When you accept responsibility for your pain, you also accept the power to transform it. Blame keeps you stuck, responsibility sets you free. Forever,
The moment you stop asking, why me?
and start declaring, watch me, you step into divine alignment with your purpose. Chosen one. Forever, take a moment to remember how far you have come. Remember the nights when you thought you would break and yet you didn't. Forever, remember the tears you wiped when no one else was there to comfort you. Remember the times you walked away from what was killing you even when it hurt to let go. Forever, you have been your own savior more times than you give yourself credit for. That strength you're looking for, it's already inside you. Forever. But it awakens only when you take responsibility for your life. You cannot step into your divine identity while still playing the role of the victim. Forever, you cannot claim your crown while still kneeling to your excuses. Stand tall, lift your head. Take ownership of your story, even the parts you wish you could erase. Forever, they are the pages that built your wisdom. There will be days when you feel small again, when you feel like the world is too heavy for one pair of hands to hold. On those days, forever, remember this: responsibility is not about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about showing up for yourself again and again, even when the motivation fades. Forever, even when the fear roars louder than your faith, you will fall, you will stumble, you will question your strength. Forever, but the chosen understand that responsibility is not lost when you fall, it is proven when you rise again. Every time you get up, forever, you reaffirm to the universe that you are not done yet, you are not defeated, you are still becoming. There will also be people who do not understand your discipline, your silence, forever, your focus. They will call you distant, cold, selfish. Let them. They are only recognizing what they cannot yet comprehend, self-accountability. Forever, the chosen one does not waste time explaining their evolution. They simply grow, and in their growth they inspire others to do the same. Forever, you are not responsible for convincing anyone of your worth. You are responsible for living it. You are not responsible for healing those who refuse to face their wounds. Forever, you are responsible for protecting your peace. Stop watering dead plants. Stop pouring yourself into empty cups. Stop apologizing for choosing yourself. Forever, the more responsible you become for your energy, the more sacred your life becomes. You were not sent here to be ordinary. There is divinity in your design. Forever, and heaven does not make mistakes. You were chosen to lead, to build, to heal, to create. But you cannot fulfill that assignment if you keep handing over your power to others. Stop saying, "They made me feel this way." No one can make you feel anything unless you give them permission. Forever. Stop saying, "Can't help it." You can help it. You simply haven't taken full responsibility yet. The mind is your servant, not your master. Train it, discipline it, guard it. Forever. Because the one who controls their mind controls their world. You are responsible for what thoughts you entertain, what stories you repeat, what fears you nurture. Forever, you are responsible for feeding your faith and starving your doubts. Chosen one, it is time to stop waiting for a sign. You are the sign. You are the evidence that resilience exists. Forever, that divine strength flows through human hands. Every morning that you wake up is proof that purpose is not finished with you yet. Forever, take responsibility for your potential. Nurture it like a seed. Do not compare your growth to anyone else's garden. Your season will come when it's meant to. Forever, but you must keep watering yourself with discipline, with gratitude, with faith. You must keep showing up when no one applauds you. Forever, you must keep believing in your own becoming when the world is silent. That is responsibility in its purest form, to be loyal to your calling even when it costs you comfort. Forever, you will lose people on this journey. Those who are allergic to accountability will not walk with you long. Do not chase them. Some souls cannot breathe in the altitude of growth. Forever. When you start taking responsibility for your life, you rise higher, and not everyone is meant to follow you there. Let them stay where they are. Bless them and move on. Forever, your responsibility is not to carry everyone, it is to carry the light within you and let it shine so that others may find their own. Forever, you are not here to fix broken people. You are here to show them what wholeness looks like. Responsibility is contagious. When you live it, forever others will see it and be inspired to rise too. There is a deep peace that comes with ownership. It is the peace that says, no matter what happens, forever I will handle it. It is not arrogance, it is alignment. It is the understanding that you and God are partners in creation. You move and heaven moves with you. You speak, forever, and life responds. But it will not respond to the language of blame. It will only answer to the vibration of responsibility. Speak power over your life. Speak direction. Speak growth. Forever, you are not at the mercy of your circumstances. Your circumstances are at the mercy of your decisions. The world bends for those who take responsibility for their path. Forever, there will be temptations to quit, to surrender to ease, to hide behind comfort. But chosen one, remember, ease has never made legends. Ease has never birthed greatness. Responsibility will stretch you, but it will also strengthen you. You will outgrow versions of yourself that once felt like home. Forever, you will leave behind people who once felt like family. And that will hurt, but it will also free you. Responsibility is the bridge between who you are and who you are destined to be. Forever, walk it even when it's lonely. Walk it even when it's dark. Walk it because on the other side of that bridge is the life you were meant to live. Forever. And when you finally arrive, when you look around and realize you built something with your own hands, survived something with your own strength, forever, healed something with your own faith, you will understand why it had to be this way. You will no longer crave rescue because you will know you were your own hero all along. Forever, you will no longer fear the unknown because you will know that whatever comes, you can handle it. That is freedom. That is power. Forever, that is what responsibility gives you, the unshakable knowing that you can trust yourself with your own life. So, chosen one, rise. Rise with intention, rise with ownership. Forever, rise with the understanding that the world does not owe you a thing, but you owe yourself everything. Every dream you've been given, every talent. Forever, every lesson, it's all yours to nurture, to protect, to expand. No one else can do it for you. And that is not a curse, that is the greatest gift of all. Forever, you are responsible for yourself because you are capable of yourself. You were chosen not to depend but to lead, not to complain but to create, not to wait but to walk. Forever, you are the answer you've been searching for. And so, when the night feels long, when the weight of responsibility feels too heavy to bear, whisper this truth to your soul. Forever, I was made for this. Say it until it becomes the rhythm of your heartbeat. Say it until the fear trembles and the doubt dissolves. Forever, say it until your spirit stands taller than your circumstances. You are not broken, you are not behind. Forever, you are simply being shaped by responsibility into the masterpiece you were born to be. Take ownership of your life, chosen one. It is the greatest act of love you can offer yourself. Forever. For when you do, heaven will take notice, earth will make room, and your destiny will no longer wait at the door. It will open it. And when it does, walk through boldly. Forever, for you have earned it, you have grown into it, you have become the kind of soul who no longer waits for permission to shine. Forever, you are responsible for your light, and the world desperately needs it. You are the chosen one, and now it's time to live like it. Forever, and when you finally begin to carry yourself as the chosen one you are, the world will sense the shift. It won't be something loud or dramatic, but it will be undeniable. Forever, the air around you will change, your silence will carry weight, your walk will hum with certainty. People who once overlooked you will now look twice. Forever. Not because you have become someone new, but because you have become yourself. You have stepped into alignment with what God whispered over your life before the world ever touched you. Forever, responsibility will no longer feel like a burden, it will feel like belonging. You will realize that taking ownership of your life is not punishment, it is sacred partnership. Forever, it is you telling the universe, I am ready to co-create with destiny. I am ready to meet my purpose halfway. You see, chosen one, responsibility is not about control. Forever, you cannot control everything, nor should you. It is not your job to predict every turn, to understand every delay, to know why every door closes. Forever, responsibility is about faith in action. It is about doing what you can with what you have while trusting that God is doing what you cannot see. Forever, you are responsible for the seeds you plant, not for the timing of their bloom, but you must still plant them. Too many dreams die because people keep waiting for perfect soil. Forever, perfect conditions, perfect courage. There is no such thing. You must start with trembling hands and uncertain steps. You must begin where you are, with whatever light you have left. Forever, that is responsibility. To act when it's easier to wait, to try when it's safer to wish, to build when it's simpler to blame. Forever, responsibility is the bridge between faith and fulfillment. It is what transforms prayers into progress. You can cry for change, you can plead for guidance. Forever, but until you take responsibility, heaven cannot move. God blesses motion. He blesses the one who acts, not the one who hides behind fear. Forever, the chosen are those who decide to rise even when they are scared, who choose to show up even when they do not yet see the fruit. Because deep down, forever, they understand that responsibility is not about instant reward, it's about alignment with purpose. Every disciplined act, every difficult decision. Forever, every time you choose growth over comfort, you are telling life, I am ready for more, and life listens. Life always listens. When you take responsibility for yourself, forever, you begin to see beauty in places you once saw pain. You begin to thank the very moments that broke you because they revealed your strength. Forever, you begin to see that nobody owes you peace, yet you can still choose it every morning. You stop blaming the darkness and start becoming the light. Forever, that is the power of responsibility. It transforms your entire way of seeing. Forever, you no longer wait for people to validate your worth because you understand it was never theirs to define. For you no longer expect circumstances to be easy because you recognize that difficulty is divine training. You no longer chase happiness, you cultivate it, water it. Forever, and let it bloom from within you. There is something holy about a person who takes full responsibility for their life. They move differently. They speak with intention. Forever, they don't gossip about what others are doing because they are too busy mastering themselves. Forever, they don't envy anyone because they understand that everyone is fighting unseen battles. They don't need constant reassurance because their confidence is rooted in truth. Forever, not approval. Taking responsibility for yourself creates a calm that nothing external can disrupt. It frees you from needing others to fix what only you can face. Forever, you stop being reactive and start being responsive. You learn to breathe before you break, to pause before you speak, to pray before you act. Forever, that is the wisdom of the chosen, measured strength, quiet power. But responsibility is not a one-time decision. It is a daily practice, a choice renewed with each sunrise. Forever, some days you will feel unstoppable, and some days you will want to run back into the comfort of blame. That's all right. Growth is not a straight road, it's a spiral. Forever, you will revisit old wounds, face familiar fears, and sometimes doubt your progress. But each time you return, you'll do so with more grace, more understanding, more control. Forever, responsibility doesn't mean perfection, it means awareness. It means you catch yourself before you collapse into old habits. Forever, it means you forgive yourself when you fall short but still promise to do better tomorrow. Forever, it means you refuse to let your failures define you because you know that ownership is stronger than regret. Forever, do not fear the weight of responsibility. It was designed for your shoulders. The same God who chose you equipped you. The same Spirit that called you prepared you. You are not weak. Forever, you are simply learning to carry your power correctly. You are learning that discipline is a form of love. You are learning that accountability is not punishment but protection. Forever, you are learning that excuses may comfort you temporarily but they will cost you eternally. Forever, the chosen ones are not afraid to admit their faults because they know acknowledgement is the doorway to transformation. They do not hide their mistakes behind pride. Forever, they use them as stepping stones toward mastery. Responsibility teaches humility, the kind that bows to truth but never to fear. And yes, chosen one, forever, there will be loneliness in this walk. Responsibility will separate you from those who choose denial. You will look around and see people drowning in their own excuses, ever blaming everyone but themselves, and you will ache for them. You will want to save them, to wake them, to shake them from their slumber. But remember, you can only lead by example. Forever, you cannot drag anyone toward their awakening. If you must walk alone, do it with grace. Solitude is not punishment, it is refinement. Forever, it is in that quiet space that your spirit learns to lead without noise, that your soul grows sturdy in silence. The chosen often walk alone because elevation requires separation. Forever, responsibility will cost you company, but it will reward you with clarity. When you take responsibility for your life, forever, you will start to notice the quiet miracles that were always there, the way a new opportunity appears right when you're ready, the way strength shows up in your weakest hour, or the way a small act of courage shifts everything. You will realize that responsibility is not just about discipline. Forever, it is about awareness, about seeing how deeply your actions ripple through time. Every choice is a seed, every word is a command, every thought is a creation. Forever, the moment you accept that you can no longer live carelessly, you begin to move with reverence. Forever, knowing that your life is sacred ground and your decisions are prayers written in motion. Chosen one, do not underestimate the quiet work. Responsibility is not always loud or visible. Forever, it is in the daily choosing, the unseen consistency, the silent battles. It's in how you manage your time, how you treat your body, how you guard your heart. Forever, how you respond to conflict. It's in whether you show gratitude when no one is watching. The unseen choices are the foundation of a seen destiny. Forever, you do not become powerful by accident, you become powerful by stewardship. The chosen are those who remain faithful when no one applauds them. Forever, who keep planting when no one is watching, who keep growing even when no one notices. The day will come when all that work, all that accountability, all that unseen responsibility will bear fruit so beautiful that it will silence every doubt you ever had. You will see how every moment of ownership led you here. Forever, you will look back and realize that God was waiting for you to take responsibility before He released the blessing. Because blessings without maturity become burdens. Forever, miracles without discipline become messes. To be responsible is to be ready for abundance. To be responsible is to prove that you can be trusted with more. And once you prove that, forever, heaven opens in ways you cannot yet imagine. So if you are weary, if you are questioning whether it's worth it, let this truth rest in your spirit. It is. Forever, every step you take in responsibility is a step closer to freedom. Forever, every moment you choose accountability over comfort is a declaration that you are no longer a child of fear. You are a steward of destiny. Keep going, keep rising, keep showing up. Forever, even when no one claps, even when no one sees, you are not doing this for applause. You are doing this because you understand that purpose demands ownership. And one day, forever, the life you built will testify on your behalf. It will speak of your discipline, your integrity, your faithfulness. Forever, the chosen one does not ask for an easier life, they ask for stronger shoulders. They do not seek comfort, they seek capacity. They do not wait for light, they become it. Forever, and when you live this way, responsibility stops feeling like duty and starts feeling like destiny. You realize that everything is connected, the discipline, the heartbreak. Forever, the persistence, the patience. Every choice matters, every moment counts. And the more you live responsibly, the more divine your life becomes. Because you start co-creating with heaven instead of resisting it. So rise again, chosen one. Forever, rise with the wisdom of someone who knows that responsibility is not a cage. It is the key. It is the gatekeeper of greatness, the proof of readiness, the signature of the mature. Forever, you were not chosen to remain small. You were chosen to stand tall in truth, to lead yourself before you lead others, to take ownership of the divine power breathing inside you. Forever, the world may not always understand your strength, but it will feel it. The earth may not always reward your discipline immediately, but it will honor it in due time. Keep walking. Forever, keep believing, keep becoming. For every time you rise in responsibility, you awaken the part of the world that sleeps in excuses. You give others permission to rise too. Forever, that is your real assignment, to live so fully accountable, so deeply awake, that your life becomes a living sermon without saying a word. You are responsible for yourself. Forever. Yes, but in doing so, you become a light for others who have forgotten they are too. That is the legacy of the chosen. Forever. That is the beauty of responsibility. It doesn't just transform you, it transforms everything you touch. And when your journey is long behind you, forever, when the noise fades and only your truth remains, may the universe echo these words back to you. Took ownership. You did not run, you did not hide. Forever, you met life with open hands and willing heart. You became who you were born to be. And in doing so, you reminded the world that every soul is responsible for its own rising. Forever, chosen one, stand tall. The weight you carry is proof of your capacity. The journey you walk is proof of your calling. The fire in you is proof that you were never meant to settle. Forever be responsible for yourself, and in doing so, you will change the world. And as you continue to walk this sacred path, chosen one, forever you will begin to feel the quiet transformation within you, like the first light that touches the horizon after a long night. It is not loud, but it is undeniable. Forever, something deep in your spirit begins to settle, and you realize that you no longer crave validation, you no longer chase understanding, you no longer beg to be seen. For forever, you have finally seen yourself. You have witnessed the strength in your scars, the wisdom in your wounds, the power in your persistence. Forever, you have learned that taking responsibility for yourself is not about self-punishment, it is about self-liberation. It is about saying, I am the author of my becoming. Forever, and I will no longer hand the pen to anyone else. That realization alone is enough to set generations free. Forever. There will be moments when you still question whether you have what it takes. The old voices of doubt will whisper, who are you to rise? Who are you to lead? Forever, who are you to carry this light? And you must answer them softly but firmly. I am the one who chose to take responsibility. I am the one who refused to blame. Forever, I am the one who decided to rise anyway. That is what separates the chosen from the many, not talent, not luck, but choice. The choice to own your life. Forever, to take the pain and the promise together and still walk forward. The world does not need more people who blame their circumstances. Forever, it needs souls brave enough to claim their power within them. And that is you. You are that soul. You are the evidence that responsibility births transformation. Forever, when you live with responsibility, you begin to see time differently. You stop wasting it on what doesn't grow you. You stop offering it to people who drain it. Forever, you stop fearing that you are running out of it because you understand that your purpose is eternal. You learn that every second is sacred, every choice is a declaration. Forever, every word you speak shapes your tomorrow. You start protecting your time like it is holy ground, because it is. You stop procrastinating and start preparing. You stop dreaming vaguely and start designing clearly. Forever, you stop saying someday and start saying no. Responsibility teaches you that your future is not written in the stars, it's written in your habits. Forever, what you do daily determines what you become permanently, and you will notice that the moment you take responsibility, distractions lose their power. Forever, you will stop needing to explain your boundaries because they will be felt in the quiet confidence of your focus. Forever, you will stop entertaining gossip because your purpose will fill every corner of your mind. You will stop craving attention because you will have purpose. Forever, the chosen who walk in responsibility do not chase, they attract. They attract peace, they attract opportunity, they attract alignment. Why? Because responsibility carries an energy that commands respect. The world respects those who respect themselves enough to be accountable. There is beauty in this kind of maturity. Forever, it does not happen overnight. It happens in the quiet repetition of choosing better each day. It happens in forgiving yourself faster, learning deeper, and moving forward wiser. Forever, you begin to understand that responsibility is not a destination but a lifelong rhythm. A pulse that beats through everything you do. It lives in how you respond to anger, for how you face temptation, how you handle success. You realize that being responsible for yourself means not only taking charge when things go wrong but also remaining humble when things go right. Forever, it means remembering that growth is continuous, that learning never ends, that evolution is eternal. You are always becoming. Forever, and that is the beauty of being chosen. You are forever unfolding. And when life tests you again, as it surely will, you will no longer break the same way you used to. You will bend. Forever, but you will not shatter. You will cry, but you will not crumble. You will feel pain, but you will not lose faith, because responsibility has made you resilient. Forever, you now understand that storms are not sent to destroy you, but to reveal what cannot be destroyed. You are not fragile, you are forged. Forever, every trial that once felt like the end now feels like another beginning. That is the secret of those who rise continuously. They have taken responsibility for their reactions. Forever, they have learned that the power is never in what happens to them, but in how they decide to respond. And there will be a day when your peace startles people. Forever, they will look at you and wonder how you stay calm through chaos, how you remain grounded in uncertainty, how you keep smiling after everything you've been through. Forever, they will not understand that your peace was purchased by responsibility. You no longer hand your emotions to other people to manage. Forever, you no longer let someone's opinion decide your worth. You no longer let external storms shake your internal stillness. You are responsible for your peace forever, and that means you protect it like sacred treasure. You no longer give your power away for free because you understand its cost. You earned it through tears, patience, forever, and unrelenting growth. You are now the kind of person who walks into a room and shifts the atmosphere without saying a word. Not because of ego, but because of presence. Forever, responsibility gives you that presence. It gives you the weight of integrity, the aura of alignment, the calm that comes from knowing who you are and what you stand for. Forever, you no longer live to prove yourself, you live to express yourself. You no longer chase validation, you embody truth. That is the quiet authority of the chosen one. Forever, they don't need to convince, they simply are, and that being comes from a deep commitment to self-mastery. Forever, a sacred responsibility to remain true to who they were created to be. Chosen one, never underestimate the ripple of your transformation. When you take responsibility for your life, forever, you heal more than just yourself. You heal the patterns that wounded your bloodline. You become the first in your family to stop repeating pain and start creating peace. Forever, you become the one who breaks cycles of dependency, excuses, and fear. You become the ancestor your descendants will thank in their prayers. Forever, that is what responsibility does. It rewrites the narrative not just for you but for everyone connected to you. Every act of ownership sends light through your lineage. Forever, you are repairing what others could not because you are better but because you were brave enough to face what they avoided. So do not grow weary in this work. For the chosen life is not an easy one, but it is a meaningful one. Every time you choose accountability over complaint, faith over fear, forever, action over apathy, you are building something eternal. You are proving that it is possible to rise without bitterness, to lead without ego, to love without losing yourself. Forever, you are proof that responsibility is not a cage but a crown. You wear it not because you are forced to, but because you have earned it. Forever, you have walked through enough darkness to understand that light is not something you find, it is something you become. And when that final moment comes, forever, when you look back upon your life from the summit of your journey, you will smile. Not because everything was easy, but because you owned every step. Forever, you will see how each moment of responsibility shaped your destiny. You will see that every choice mattered, that every season had a purpose, that every test was sacred. Forever, you will thank yourself for not giving up when it was hardest, for taking ownership when it was easiest to blame, for believing in your own strength when no one else did. Forever, you will realize that responsibility was never meant to weigh you down. It was meant to lift you up. It was never your burden, it was your bridge. So keep walking, chosen one. Forever, keep rising even when the world sleeps. Keep shining even when no one applauds. Keep choosing responsibility even when it feels lonely. Forever, for this is how legends are born, not in the noise of the crowd, but in the quiet decision of one soul who says, I will be accountable for my own light. You are that soul. Forever, you are that light, you are that chosen one. And if ever you forget, if ever the road feels too heavy and the night too long, remember this truth. Forever, everything you are searching for is already within you. The peace you crave, the clarity you desire, the purpose you seek. It all begins when you take responsibility for your life. Forever, it all begins when you decide that no matter what has happened, you will rise anyway, you will love anyway, you will believe anyway. Because you are the chosen one. Forever, nothing, no failure, no betrayal, no delay can change that truth. Responsibility is not your burden, it is your freedom. And you, chosen one, were always meant to be free. Forever, and yet, my dear chosen one, as the weight of the world leans upon your shoulders and the night stretches longer than it should, forever remember this truth. You were not chosen because the path would be easy. You were chosen because you carry something eternal, something that cannot be destroyed by failure. Forever, betrayal or fear, you carry the divine resilience of the human spirit. You carry the breath of God within your lungs. You carry the unyielding power to rise. Forever, even when the world expects you to fall. The chosen ones are often misunderstood, often isolated, often tried by fire not to burn but to reveal the gold within them. Forever. So when life presses upon you, do not curse the weight, bless it, for it is shaping you into someone capable of standing tall when others collapse. Forever, responsibility is not a punishment, it is a sacred calling. It means you are trusted. Forever, it means that heaven has seen what lies within you and has decided that you can bear the task of transformation. You are responsible for yourself not because no one loves you forever, but because the Creator wants to teach you how to love yourself enough to become who you were meant to be. And when the storms rise and your knees tremble, when you want to scream at the sky and say, why me? Listen for the still small voice that whispers back, because you can. Because you were built for this. Forever, because the pain that broke others is the same pain that will awaken your greatest strength. Because in your solitude, wisdom will visit. In your heartbreak, compassion will be born. Clarity will your loss, clarity will emerge like dawn after a long night. The chosen ones do not grow in comfort. They grow in chaos. They are not crowned with gold before they have blood. Forever, they are crowned after they have learned to stand even when no one claps, even when the world forgets their name. So take your responsibility and wear it not as a burden, but as armor. Forever, the kind forged by endurance and faith, the kind that shines in the darkness and reminds the world that light is not easily extinguished. Forever, you are responsible for the story you tell yourself, for every word that rises from your thoughts like a song or a curse. You are responsible for the voice that echoes in your mind. Forever, the one that can either lift you higher or bury you beneath regret. Too many people hand that voice to others. To the critics, the doubters, the ones who only see limitations. Forever, but not you. You chosen one must take the pen back. You must write your own narrative with fierce intentionality. You must look in the mirror and declare, I am not broken. Forever, I am becoming. You must remind yourself daily that the journey is not supposed to look easy, that your scars are the evidence of your becoming. Forever, that your solitude is not punishment but preparation. Responsibility means you can no longer wait for someone else to rescue you. Forever, it means you must stop rehearsing your wounds and start rehearsing your victory. Every morning you wake up is another invitation to take responsibility for your mind, your heart. Forever, your destiny, it is another reminder that you're the only one who can decide how your story unfolds. And yes, sometimes that truth feels heavy, sometimes it feels unfair. Forever, but freedom and responsibility are twins. You cannot claim one without the other. The moment you declare yourself free is the moment you must also say, forever, then I am accountable. Accountable for how I love. Accountable for how I forgive. Accountable for how I show up in the world. Chosen ones do not get to hide behind excuses. For forever, they rise above them. They do not dwell on what they lacked. They build from what they have left. They do not wait for the world to hand them purpose. Forever, they breathe purpose into every moment they touch. That is what it means to be chosen. To live as if your very existence is a message to the world that says, forever, I will not be defeated. And as you walk this road, know that you will stumble, you will fall, you will make mistakes. But do not let guilt trap you in its cold embrace. For forever, responsibility is not perfection, it is persistence. It is the art of standing up again and again until standing becomes your nature. The chosen ones are not flawless. Forever, they are faithful. They are not without fear. They are simply unwilling to let fear decide for them. So when you fall, rise with grace, rise with wisdom. Forever, rise with the knowledge that falling did not disqualify you. It revealed that you are human, that you are growing, that you are alive. Forever, there is a sacred beauty in a person who owns their flaws, learns from their pain, and keeps moving forward. That beauty is the essence of responsibility. Forever. Remember too that you are responsible for the energy you bring into every room. The way your presence shifts the air. The way your silence speaks even when your lips do not move. Forever, chosen ones are light bearers, and light has power. It comforts, it reveals, it exposes, and sometimes it convicts. That is why many cannot stand in your presence for long. Forever, they see in you what they have denied in themselves. Do not dim your light to make others comfortable. You are responsible for shining, not for their reaction to your shine. Forever, you were never meant to blend in. You were meant to stand out, to stand firm, to stand tall. There will be days when you feel invisible, but heaven sees. Forever, there will be nights when your prayers seem unanswered, but heaven hears. Responsibility is trusting even when evidence is scarce, believing even when sight fails. Forever, when you finally accept that you are responsible for your joy, no one can steal it. When you accept that you are responsible for your peace, chaos cannot control you. When you accept that you are responsible for your healing, no wound can define you. That is the quiet revolution of the chosen one. To rise not with noise but with steady, forever unshakable faith. The world will try to label you too much, too strange, too strong, too soft. Ignore the noise. They cannot name what they do not understand. For if your name has already been spoken by God Himself, and it is not a name of defeat, it is not a name of despair, it is a name of power. Forever